I believe that happiness is the key to life. Sure, it may seem cliche, but it's what my grandpa believed, and he's one of the best role models I have. My grandpa was a great man, or at least that was the most common compliment I heard from anyone who attended his funeral or his visitation earlier this year. During the visitation at a funeral home in Shoreview, I remember my mom calling me over, saying that there was a man here that I should talk to. As I walked over, I saw a man about 6 foot 2 inches tall, bald, and a pair of wire-rimmed glasses on his face. He introduced himself to me and went on to tell me a story of the first time he met my grandpa. It was his first court case, and there was no reason that he should have won the case. But my grandpa still settled with the young lawyer, giving him a good deal because my grandpa knew that it was his first case. The man was very grateful for what my grandpa had done for him and was sorry to see him pass. Everyone I met at the funeral had one story or another about the greatness of my grandpa. Yet, it's only now, looking back on the time we spent with him in the hospital, that I realized all he did in his life was out of love. As he lay on his back in that hospital bed, and all he could do was squeeze your hand when he talked to him, I would tell him about hockey and my shoulder injury. He listened, but all he cared was that I was doing what made me happy. My grandfather lived his life doing what he loved. All the pictures of him at his funeral were him with his family, on the golf course with friends, or out in the woods hunting. These were the things that made him happy. He loved all of these things, and he tried to pass his love for these on to his family, especially his grandchildren. Through the years, I never heard him preach about doing what you love or being happy, but I now realize that's all he ever wanted. I've taken this realization to heart. My grandfather could live his life doing what made him happy and be known as a great man. Why can't I carry on his legacy? He was a lawyer his entire life, and he was worried about work even when he was in the hospital weeks before he passed away. It made him happy, and he figured that out early on in his life. The best thing I will remember from my grandpa is to live a life of happiness, because we only get one life, that we need to take advantage of what we have and live life to the best of our abilities.